Why, good morning, friends. Wow, my hair looks really bad, but you can't really see it with this lighting, so that's good. It's currently spring break for me. I'm hanging out with some friends in St. Augustine, Florida, and I'm about to make the 2-hour drive all the way to Orlando for Universal, and I'm going to make that drive all the way back tonight, only to do it again tomorrow. I'm going with some of my friends tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure I had 2 days to get everything I could out of these 2 parks. I'm pretty excited, actually. I have not been to Universal since Gringotts opened, which was 2014. So at this point, it has been 10 years. Wow, something's going on with my hair. It's fine. I am really excited to get back to this park after 10 years, see how some of my favorite rides are doing, ride some new rides and roller coasters, even like Velocicoaster. It's kind of nice. You get a nice combination of some great roller coasters with also some great dark rides. And I really love theming and well-themed experiences. I know lots of pure coaster enthusiasts don't care about theming as much, but I'm more of a coaster enthusiast and a theme park enthusiast in different ways, so I'm very excited. I'm gonna go ahead and go though, because traffic looks like it's gonna be pretty bad, even though it's like not even 7 in the morning yet.
Tell me that's not a crazy view from the parking garage. Very nice. And I've seen pretty much everything running, at least everything that's tall enough to be seen from over here. I was here with my family like 10 years ago. We stayed on site, so I've never actually parked in this garage before. It's interesting. I'm gonna do Islands of Adventure first, just because. Better park overall, in my opinion. These are the most absurd park entry lines I've ever seen. All right, that was absolutely insane, but I'm in the park, so that's fine. It took like 30 to 40 minutes to get from the parking garage into the park, so I'm never complaining about Dollywood ever again. This entry area does go hard though. It's just like totally wacky adventure themed. That's kind of the whole point. It's very cool. I like this park overall. Hey look, it's a B&M looper. But even more impressive, that was not here 10 years ago, obviously, Velocicoaster. Well, cool, there's like a whole little area you can walk up to the water and I guess theoretically see all the different lands around the lagoon all at once. Very nice. So here's Marvel with the Hulk. Cartoons, Jurassic Park / Jurassic World, Dr. Seuss, Lost Continent, which basically almost doesn't exist anymore. Kind of sad. Really, Harry Potter's in the very back. It's not around the lagoon like everything else, but it also came way after the original park. It's pretty. It's also a lot more compact than I remembered, to be honest. I thought this lagoon was a lot bigger, but it's kind of nice in person, to be honest. It's going to be much easier to loop around the park than I remembered it being, which is good. I was very young last time I was here though, so of course it's going to seem a little bigger. Yeah, the last time I was here was pre-2016 Hulk refurb. And so with the new track, I think it's sand-filled track now, but it definitely does not have the same B&M roar that it used to. Kind of sounds similar, like, well, actually it's even quieter than Wild Eagle now, to be completely honest. Which is kind of unfortunate, because that thing had a crazy roar pre-2016, but hopefully it's at least pretty smooth now. With how crazy long the lines are today and how crowded it is, I should probably stop wasting time and go do something. But this area is just so nice, especially with how crowded the park is, that nobody else is really down here. Viewing the water and all the attractions is crazy. It's so peaceful, just nice to see it going. Honestly, you know what? It's not wasting time. I mean, I don't know. Among everyone, general public and coaster and theme park enthusiasts, there's such a fixation around getting your money's worth by riding as many rides as possible. But sometimes it's just nice to chill a little bit and enjoy where you are, enjoy just being at the park. The worth of your ticket's not necessarily dictated by how many things you do. But I am probably gonna go ride something in a second. I'm just kind of dreading it because all the waits right now are like 2 to 3 hours for literally everything. So I guess that's why nobody else is over here. Everyone's in line. This is definitely my favorite park in Florida, like by far. I have not been to Busch Gardens Tampa yet, but I still feel like I'll like this better. So yeah, I might start with all the roller coasters, try to get all the coaster credits here, and then do Forbidden Journey, because that's like probably my favorite ride of all time. I haven't ridden it in 10 years, but we'll find out. Then take the Hogwarts Express over to Studios, do the coasters there. Because outside of the Harry Potter stuff, I don't care as much about all the dark rides, so I still would like to do them all, but they're not top priorities, so I'm gonna do my top priorities first. But yeah, Hulk has the shortest roller coaster wait at 95 minutes. Just giving you an idea of how bad the crowds are. So I guess I'll start there. Kind of fitting, because this was actually my first, like, big roller coaster, like 10 years ago. So this is kind of where it all started. So that's fun. We'll see how it is now with the retrack and everything. Okay, so Hulk is one of the ones where they do use metal detectors in the queue. So you do need to get a locker. Luckily they're free, but you need to get a locker before you're even allowed into the queue. So unfortunately won't have my phone in the queue, but that's all right. Should be fine. All right, I just rode Hulk. It was actually only about a 25-minute wait for me because I forgot single rider lines exist here, so that's really nice. And holy shit, that has to be the most forceful B&M I've ever ridden. That was insane. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite B&M. I think I would still put Fury above it, obviously, but like, wow. The launch was great, and the whole rest of the ride, very forceful, very snappy. I loved it. Unfortunately, they were only running 2 trains instead of 3, which for a Universal park on spring break, that's bad. So that's part of the reason the standby line was so bad. Hopefully the rest of the coasters are operating at a higher capacity. I did just want to go ahead and throw in while I'm editing this video right now. I meant to say this on site, but I didn't. The locker situation at Hulk was not great. Obviously, they are free lockers at Universal. You just scan your park ticket and it'll automatically open one out for you. Very seamless process in theory, and it's nice they're free because most other theme parks will charge you a couple bucks for them. Problem with the Hulk is that there were not near enough lockers, which was kind of a problem I saw, over and over again at Universal throughout the day. But it was definitely by far the worst at Hulk. It had just a few very small locker banks. They had maybe half as many lockers as like Carowinds has at Fury 325 and
Copperhead, and on those rides the lockers aren't even completely required. Only if you have a bag. On Hulk, everyone has to get one, because even your phones, your wallets, they won't let you have any of that in your pocket. So everyone needs a locker, and yet there's less lockers than you would see at a park that gets significantly less attendance. And the result of that is that I had to wait a shockingly long time just to get a locker. And there's no like lines or anything. You just kind of stand around, and when you see somebody get out of a locker and you see that red light above a certain station turn green, letting you know a locker's available, all the people that are standing around just swarm that station to try to be the first one to get a locker there. It's an absolute mess, and it's very stressful. And again, I just think it's kind of ridiculous for a park of this size how few lockers seem to be available. Again, most regional theme parks, Cedar Fair parks I've been to, have twice, sometimes triple as many lockers available at most rides than this one did, and that led to some really bad backups. Again, it happened kind of throughout the day, but it was definitely by far the worst at Hulk, so I did want to throw out that complaint real quick. Now that I'm done ranting, we can get back to the video.
I'm kind of wrapping around the left side of the park toward Velocicoaster now. I just passed through Marvel Superhero Island where Hulk is. It's definitely an interesting area. Now we're in Toon Lagoon, which almost has a kind of similar vibe. It's very colorful and wacky. This is mostly water rides. I know Popeye's The River Raft ride is not operating today. That's the only park at Islands of Adventure that's not operating today. Everything else should be up, so that's good. I'm going to do some water rides later. It is actually getting pretty hot today, but I do want to prioritize the rides I actually really want to get on. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so they have a whole construction wall up here where the River Rapids ride is, so they're doing some major maintenance, I guess. Interesting. It's kind of funny they have two like totally wacky themed areas right next to each other, but Jurassic Park's coming up, which is a lot more serious, obviously. Kind of a fun looking log thing though, look at that. That's cool. Okay, I did ride that thing the first time I was here. Unfortunately, you can only ride that if you're like a kid, or a kid with their parent, like a very young kid, which I get because the capacity is garbage. If everyone was allowed to ride that, the line would be 5 hours, but it's kind of unfortunate though. It's a fun little ride. At least I can say I have ridden it at some point. Oh yeah, I forgot there is this Skull Island Reign of Kong ride, just kind of shoved next to Jurassic Park. Totally forgot that existed. Interesting. I really do love the Jurassic Park area here. Obviously Harry Potter is my favorite, but this has got to be a close second. Just so well done. It's very nice. Seems like a nice place to put on sunscreen right next to Jurassic Park River Adventure, which I do hope to come back and ride later. There's another one I did not ride last time I was here. It was pretty fun though. I like all the animatronics and the general vibe it's got going. They're sending boats down like one after the other. Is that gonna go? I guess there's a little bit of a gap. That's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go and put on sunscreen real quick, and then we'll head over to Velocicoaster. Velocicoaster in person is crazy. Not getting good angles of it, but it looks way better than it does online. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, unfortunately it is currently broken, so they're not letting anybody in line right now. Hopefully it opens up a little later though. For now, I guess I'll just waste some time by going into the Jurassic Park Discovery Center, which is actually totally sick. So cool. Not necessarily the dinosaurs, just it's actually the visitor center from the first movie. I didn't even know this was here the first time we came here, not gonna lie. I think we're gonna go ahead and eat lunch in the Jurassic Park Discovery Center, which is just such a cool thing to say. And then hopefully they'll be back open by then, hopefully. Look how nice this is. They just have ice water out in the pitcher. Look at that lunch food. That is crazy. Wow. And it's back open, so as soon as I finish eating, we'll head on over there. Yeah, I got a cheeseburger. It wasn't as expensive as I thought, so that's good. But I did skip out on getting a soda just to save a little bit. Especially since it's so hot today. I gotta get a little food in my system before I'm consuming too much more sugar. In terms of Intamin launch coasters, I've only ridden Maverick. But Maverick was like definitely my favorite ride at Cedar Point. It's pretty high up in my ranking, so I'm excited to ride a hopefully even better Intamin launch coaster. It's gonna be crazy. 100-minute wait, so we'll hop into the single rider line, and hopefully that's all good. And the free lockers are actually inside the queue here. They can only hold very small things, but I tested. My backpack should fit. I think they're the same size as the Hulk lockers, so.
Take it from here. Let's get you ready to enter the paddock with real live raptors. The name Velociraptor means swift thief. Not only are they fast, their bite is equivalent to a large American alligator. Nice! That means we can't retrieve any lost items from the paddock once they're gone. Scan your ticket at an available station, and the screen will indicate which locker is assigned to you. You won't be returning to this room, so you need to remember that number, symbol, or color to retrieve your items. You must put all of your loose items, except the park ticket, in the locker. Don't forget to empty your pockets. You will be going through metal detection. When you disembark, you will arrive to the other side of the lockers. So hold on to your ticket and look for key markers. You're ready to ride.
You want more.
just finished. Oh, where is this? Oh, okay. It's like, where are we? All right, I just finished. It was about 25 minutes in the single rider line, which is really good considering the actual wait was 145 minutes. Yeah, that's like 120 minute savings. I was going to go again, but unfortunately the single rider line is closed now. I think they close it when there's too many people in it. I don't really know, but single rider line is closed now and I don't want to wait 145 minutes. But I'll have to ride that again before I leave at some point because it was really good, but it was kind of exactly what I expected, which is almost disappointing if that kind of makes sense, since so many coaster enthusiasts talk up this ride being like the best coaster ever. It was still great, but after that ride, I would still prefer Air Force personally. The main thing is that, and then why I want to ride it again is, it may have just been the train I was on, but it had an absolutely nasty rattle. I mean, I don't mind a ride being a bit rattly at all. It was just the fact that I was not expecting it at all, because everyone talks about how that ride's butter smooth. But honestly, Hulk was much smoother. Hulk was butter smooth. So I'm really hoping I just got a bad train on Velocicoaster or like a bad row on a train, because that can do it too. Rides can be really sensitive as to whether they're rattly or not. But yeah, it was pretty rattly, which is to the point it was a bit uncomfortable. So that was disappointing. So yeah, Velocicoaster overall, fantastic ride. Just not quite as good as maybe I was expecting, which is why I am hoping to get re-rides on it later. But still, of course, fantastic airtime, fantastic hang time. Those restraints are awesome. Yeah, just hoping to get a ride that's a little smoother, and overall the elements were just not as punchy as I expected them to be, especially the launches. I thought Hulk had a much more gut-wrenching launch than Velocicoaster, so we'll see how it is later. Here we are. Of course, this is by far the most crowded area of the park to absolutely nobody's surprise. Well, even though I don't have all the coaster credits yet, I am going to ride Forbidden Journey as long as I'm back. This is one of my favorite rides ever, even besides roller coasters. Better than nearly every roller coaster I've ever. Alright, so lockers are down here to the left of the castle. No metal detectors on this one though, and I have zipper pockets, so I should be able to keep my phone with me, which will be nice. Got a little themed locker setup. That's cool. Alright, we're going into the dungeon of the castle. I don't know how much of the queue you can go through in single rider, but we're gonna find out. My eyes are still adjusting to the darkness of Hogwarts. We did need to get out of the sun for a while anyways, so. Okay, yeah, that basically takes us right to the loading platform. So, single rider line here is a big win.
I'm not safe. If you wish to must be more. Now rid yourself of objects, my token friend.
Next party, how many? 3 all the way down for me. Maybe follow them. Have fun. How many friends? 2 right behind her for me there. How many?
Yeah, no, that was incredible. That still might be my favorite ride at this park. It's so good. So well done. Such a unique ride system. It was a bit more nauseating than I remembered. It's not a good sign when you get into the vehicle and it has like a fan mounted in the ceiling blowing cold air on your face the whole time so that nobody pukes, but... Alright, it's Hagrid's time. Locker time. Alright, we do have a single rider line, so hopefully that's good. Single rider is not available for Hagrid's right now, so I'm just gonna suffer by myself for 100 minutes. Yeehaw.
I've got a very special care of magical creatures class for you today. And Mr. Weasley, who many of you will remember, has kindly agreed to help me get you around.
Wingardium Leviosa! Hagrid asked me to duplicate Sirius Black's motorbike to take you all to the edge of the forest.
Yes, and that's where I shall be showing some blast-ended screws. Before they all kill each other. Oh, does that not look promising?
side, continue party is riding on the 40 bike seat, and who's riding on the side party. Party say 3 or larger.
It's funny, the exit's all the way over by Forbidden Journey, so then you have to walk all the way back to the front to get your bags from the locker, but that's all right. All right, I just went into Honeydukes and spent way too much on Birdie Bot's every flavor bean, so that was sweet. We got a flavor guide, very nice. Yeah, Hagrid's was incredible. That actually blew my expectations out of the water. Pretty thrilling for a family coaster. All the launches are really fun. Yeah, my only complaint really is the restraints kind of crush your thighs a bit, but overall really fun. I've become more and more of an Intamin fan with each one of them that I ride. They're so well done. And they're really able to do a lot custom with the coaster for a park like Universal, which is cool. Unfortunately, we did get stuck at the bottom of the drop track for a hot second. I thought we were like stuck. I think there was just a holdup on the brake run, and that brake run can't stack all of its trains. So we just kind of got held there, I think is what happened, because they didn't actually call it a breakdown. But we stopped down there for maybe like 2 minutes. It was a while. I figured that the track just hadn't aligned correctly because those drop tracks can be pretty sensitive for obvious reasons. But no, we had aligned right. We just hadn't, the brake run wasn't cleared off for us to go yet, which kind of messed up the experience. I'm hoping to ride it again in a minute. All right, leaving Hogsmeade now. I'll be back there tomorrow. Yeah, so this is Lost Continent. There's really no attractions left here now. It's probably gonna get turned into something else eventually. But I do like the vibe here. I wish there was still attractions here. Alright, I got a chicken ear here real quick, just because I like the vibe here. And, very interesting, it's just like a chicken tender instead of like actual chicken. That's weird, but okay. Seuss Landing, nice and, I don't know, I don't love it, but it's great for some people. I mean, it's faithful to the Dr. Seuss stuff, I guess. So there's something. It's not somewhere I really want to hang out in while I'm here. I paid for a 2-park ticket, so I'm going to try to get over 2 studios at least a little bit. Both the parks close in about 3 hours. But hopefully the waits aren't too bad and I can snatch some stuff with single rider. There's not a ton I want to do in studios. Islands is the better park by far. But there's a few things I want to do in studios. I actually have not ridden Rip Ride Rockit before, so we'll get the credit for that. And I want to ride Gringotts, obviously. I think that's about it, though. Maybe I'll spend a little more time over there, depending on how the rest of the night works out. In between filming, I got another ride on Forbidden Journey, because with the single rider line for that, you can walk on in like 5 or 10 minutes. It's great. Then I got on the single rider line for Hagrid's, and I ended up being in the single rider line for Hagrid's for 55 minutes. So that is not a good single rider line. You're not going to save much any time with that, but... here's a cool view across the little bay. There's where you enter the parking garages are way over there. And then City Walk. If you're on a resort hotel, you can take a water taxi here. There's the Universal Globe over there. And there's the studio's entrance. And Island's entrance over here. I love this setup. You can kind of argue both ways in terms of the park and ride collection, but I think Universal has a much better setup here with everything being right here. Whereas at Disney, it feels like you have to take a bus 30 minutes between all the parks. It's just really nice to have everything right here. All right, we're in. Of course, that looks like a studio backlot because that's the theme here. Which I don't think it's a very good theme. I don't think it really works very well, but that's my personal preference. All right, let's go obtain a credit. Although I do want to see what I think of this because it's a very, we'll say a controversial ride. All right, you gotta go in the locker, but I'll be right back. Yeah, that was so all right. Of all the options to go with for studios as first major thrill coaster, I will never understand why they chose a Mauer X car. But I don't think it's near as bad as people make it out to be. It's still not like great. It's pretty rough, as you would expect from a Mauer. But it's got some fun moments, like this helix over here, or double helix in the back half of the ride. Super forceful. The vertical lift was also a lot of fun. It had a lot of fun, like little whippy elements. But yeah, it was rough. I have a headache now. This locker room is super cool. Let's go when the lockers are themed. Going on the mummy set. 10 out of 10. I do think this area is really cool, where it's like a whole fake city setup. So neat. Anyways, just rode Revenge of the Mummy. It's a fun premier indoor coaster. It's a little rough, nowhere near as rough as Rip Ride Rockit, but still a little rough. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely not as good as I remembered. Probably the best part is like the show scenes at the beginning. Those are incredibly well done. But then all the like theming during the like running portion is just kind of cheesy. It's kind of a weird contrast. Arching Diagon Alley. So there's King's Cross Station. And then next to King's Cross is some London streets heading into Diagon Alley. London Underground Station. Very cool. This is incredibly weird since I was in London this summer. Anyways, I'm gonna head into Diagon Alley and do Escape from Gringotts. Single rider line in Gringotts. Wow. Very nice of them. Don't know where the single rider line goes, but we are inside Gringotts, so it looks like we might just go right up here, skip the whole pre-show. Now that is a thing with the single rider lines. You skip a lot of the queue line theming and stuff. Oh yeah, we don't have the 3D glasses. Unfortunately, Gringotts broke down after we were in line for like 15 minutes, and they did not give us any compensation for that, so that's nice, I guess. Guess I'll just walk around Diagon Alley for a second. It was a nice area, and see if it reopens. Nocturne Alley is back here, which is kind of fun. I like that they included that. Let's go in, because we got nothing else to do. This looks sketchy, doesn't it? Alright, back to the light. It's kind of fun, that whole thing's it's kind of fun. Nocturne Alley is just kind of indoors, so it can be darker than everything else. It's fun, it's a good touch. I kind of want some ice cream, but that's the line, so I think I'm gonna pass. All right, I'm gonna go back over to Islands because there's only about an hour until the park's closed, and I do want to get a night ride on Velocicoaster. So that sucks about Gringotts, though. I did want to ride that. Here we go. Godspeed. Heck yeah. Okay, we got 10 minutes until Islands closes. All right, we got 9 minutes. Let's see if we can go get that sweet Velocicoaster night ride. We'll find out if it was just a bad ride I had earlier or what. Also, it'll be better at night, hopefully. It's got lights on the train and everything, which is fun. Man, it is real dark here. Nothing comes across on camera in the dark. Single rider's already closed for the night, so I get to wait in the ridiculously long standby queue. This will be fun. The standby queue extends all the way down here, but we get some nice views along the water, which is cool.
Loose articles are not permitted on Velocicoaster. Keys, wallets, phones, loose change, and backpacks, purses, and bags must be left with a non-rider or secured in lockers at the
You are about to come face to face with these magnificent creatures in a way that you might have to go back in time millions of years to experience.
You can't see my face, whatever. But yeah, no, that was a significant improvement over the ride I got earlier. I would still say Velocicoaster's a little bit overhyped. I would still say it's not like the life-changing coaster people act like it is, but it is a really good coaster. Of course, the theming is amazing. I love the queue. Got to be in the full queue that time, which was nice, just in the standby line. That is the main thing with single rider lines, is that they skip most of the main queue. And in a park like this, a lot of the ride experience is the queue itself. So I feel like you still want to do standby sometimes, just so you can see the whole queue. Then in terms of just the ride, night ride on that is incredible, especially because I just love the way everything at Islands is lit up at night. You get to the top of that top hat there, you stall out for a second, and you can just see the whole park lit up down there. It's very cool. Very awesome. Heading back through City Walk, the long walk back to the parking garage. I was wondering if there was somewhere here I could real quick grab like a big old Coke or Dr. Pepper for the drive home, something like that, but I think it's going to be a better idea to just stop at McDonald's or something like that, where it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. Whew, just made it back to my car. That is quite a hike, but I don't have a problem with the hike at all, because like I said, I love how the whole like resort area over there is laid out. If the cars need to park in a garage on the other side of the street, then yeah, I understand. And the process of getting in and out is kind of cool too. It's very efficient, I will say that. I mean, it's probably an equal distance from these parking lots to the parks as it is to like some of the back Dollywood parking lots to the park, but Universal definitely has a much more let's say streamlined way of moving everybody into the park. At Dollywood, even though there are trams, it feels like kind of a pain in the butt compared to this. But yeah, no, I really did enjoy finally getting to come back to this park after 10 years. As much as I love regional theme parks and more of your Cedar Fair, Six Flags style parks, as much as I love those, there is something really special about these destination parks. I guess you could say the Orlando parks. Just the theming and presentation of everything just takes the experience to like a whole nother level. I mean, you take something like the Hulk, which is a pretty generic B&M looper on paper. Like you could find a ride exactly like that at like a Cedar Fair park, but the way they do the queue and the presentation and the sound effects everything around it just makes it so much better. Yeah, no, I just absolutely love these parks. I love the Universal Resort. I would like to go back to Disney World at some point, but yeah, I definitely prefer Universal personally, but I can see pros and cons to both. Anyways, I gotta make the long drive back to our Airbnb so we can wake up tomorrow morning, get a couple of my friends, and do it all over again. That'll be fun. My friends are not really like roller coaster theme park enthusiasts, so to speak. So it'll be fun kind of getting their perspective on some stuff tomorrow. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because that video is coming soon, if it's not out already, for tomorrow. And yeah, there was some stuff I didn't get to do today. I'm disappointed I didn't get to do Gringotts and all that, but I'll be back here tomorrow. So we can do all that stuff tomorrow, hopefully. And if not, I do really want to come next year for the opening of Epic Universe. I don't know budgetarily how the heck that's going to work because my bank account was drained enough getting here this year. But if I can make it happen, I guess start saving now. I would love to come back for Epic Universe's opening, but I'll definitely be checking out all my local theme parks still, of course, as I always do on this channel, talking about stuff. So yeah, of course, I'd appreciate it if you stick around. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and I hope to catch a ride with you again very soon.